It is a new year, a new month, a new week, and a new day no one has ever witnessed before today. Isn't it worth celebrating? Come on now. Let us rejoice and give God all the glory and praises for blessing us with another opportunity of a new year. So God be the glory for trusting us with his grace. Most importantly, for giving us another privilege to witness 2023. Hallelujah. On behalf of myself, the board of trustees, the staff, and the volunteers of our great companies, I am registering an appreciation, and I'm saying thank you all for being there for us, for being our donors, supporters, fans, vendors, customers, friends, and families for our companies. The Berg and Bewem services. They help the living with both a weekly talk show and, of course, Berg Live Healthy Foundation. Thank you so much for this unconditional, unrestricted love and support we see from you all the time. I also want to congratulate you all for making it to the year 2023. Congratulations. Yes, we are in it. Please add to your New Year resolution healthy habits, such as healthy eating habits, physical activities, and more, to have an optimal health and live a finest and great life. Please take your time to pay attention to all this, and I guarantee you the best healthy life you deserve. Thank you again for being there for us when we needed you. Please continue to do so. I wish you all abundant blessings, good health, and long life to enjoy this blessing. In this new year that is full of promises of God for us, I pray God grant us all our heart desires. I'm Dr. Betty Olaika Falania Kenosotu, aka Bufa, the CEO Berg and Bewem Services and the President Berg Live Healthy Foundation, wishing you a prosperous new year. God bless you. Thank you all. Love you. Hello, everyone. Compliments of the season to you all. Happy New Year. I want to congratulate you for making it to 2023. This worth celebrating, trust me. I am so glad and I'm so excited we are in it. We are in it, and we want to give glory to God. We want to appreciate God. And we also want to remember those who were there for us, our supporters, our mentors, those who God used for us in this past year. We want to remember them in prayer. We want to appreciate them all the time. Yes, it's very important. And that is the reason why I'm saying again that I really appreciate all you have done for us, your support, your loyalty, your dedication throughout 2022. Oh my goodness, I really appreciate it. And I represent the entire staff of our company to register our appreciation for your love. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'm not on the show today to tell you to get your body exercised. Practice healthy eating, drink water, have enough sleep, and all that. You're familiar with all these habits, all these daily routines. I'm going to tell you something different, something that you do every day, yet it seems they are not essential to your well-being. And meanwhile, they are the determinant of your well-being. But we're not paying attention to those areas. Why? Because either religious belief or personal belief or our attitude make us ignorant to all these important things. And that's what I'm going to be talking about today. I'm not here to tell you what you know before. I've seen many write-ups. I've read so many books that talks about it. But I've not seen maybe one or two books talking about this essential information I'm going to give you today. And without this circle of life of a human being is imbalanced. Yes. So sit right and fasten your seatbelt, because we're about to go on a ride. At all you have never in your life taken before. I'm going to take you through that journey. So sit back, relax, take your coffee or your juice. Let's get into it. I'm Dr. Betty Olayinka Polari-Akindosotu, aka Boof, and you're watching Healthy Living with Boofer, Health and Nutrition Talk Show. Let's take a quick break. I'll be right back. Today's topic that I titled Health Practices That Will Make You Stay Away from the Hospital is very sensitive. I want you all to pay attention to all I'm going to be advising today. And I want us to take them home and practice them. It is very important. This is the first advice I will give in this year 2023. And they are all essential. These are the things we ignore. These are the things we don't even pay attention to. And yet they are hurting us. Yet they are causing us a lot of health issues. Yes. You know, when it comes to health practice, there is something we call primary and secondary foods in the nutritional world. I will mention a few, and that includes relationship, education, your career, emotion, happiness, among others, and of course, physical activities. Anything you feel passionate about is a primary food for you. Yes, anything that sustains your life as a result has the potential to impact your health is considered primary food. Yes. That is why this type of foods nurtures us off the plates. Without this food, life is imbalanced. Still, we are yet to see them as determinants of our well-being. We ignore this important daily routine. Or don't you know that the work you do is part of your daily routine that determines your well-being? You don't know? It is, my dear. And I'll tell you how. It is your daily routine. I mean the work you do. What brings money in for you, that is your career. Ladies and gentlemen, there are many things we don't take seriously when they happen to us or happen in our society. And this thing can cause long-term health problems. First, let me get you familiar with those things you ignored. Number one I'm going to talk about is the periodic checkup. Periodic medical checkup is considered effective in preventing illness and promoting health and reducing mobility and mortality. That is what medical checkup is all about. It's an assessment that prevents and promotes health of the whole body. And when I say the whole body, holistically, this checkup should include physical, mental, and emotional assessment. Remember, I mentioned this as primary food. I mentioned emotion. I mentioned physical. I'm trying to link you to primary food now with periodic medical checkup. Physical, mental, and emotional assessment, they are all necessary when it comes to periodic medical checkups. But how many of us do mental checkup? How many of us do emotional checkup? We only go for physical, and that is it. It's necessarily important. Why? Because that is what makes the whole body. They prevent illness and promote health, as well as reduce injury, sickness, illness, even death. I mean, mobility and mortality. Obviously, most doctors don't routinely check for mental changes. They don't. And all these assessments are not included in the annual checkups. And this type of assessment is necessary in our society today. You know why it is necessary? Because you see many people jumping into lagoon, committing suicide, and murder. Why? Because many people are mentally sick. And there is no way to unveil this health status. There's no way you can know that the brain needs a check. Unless a professional in this field, psychiatric or mental health, carry out the assessment. Do you think all these are not health issues? My dear, they are health issues. They are now, right now, considered as health problems. Mental issue is now a problem. Emotional, mental, physical are now health problems. Maybe they commit suicide or they commit murder or something like that. The defense lawyer would say is mentally sick or is emotionally sick. So why are we not checking that health, that area of health? Why are we not checking it now and see if we are okay in that area before we can hit the road, before we can go to that job, before we can talk to each other, before we can get married to one another? Why don't we check our mental and emotional health? I mean, why don't we check the same way we check physical background of anyone we want to get married to? If there is any disease or illness that is generic, I mean, that is hereditary, why don't we check our mental and emotional health? We should be checking it now, because this is taking a very high rate of death in the society today. Mental issues. We need to check that. This year, 2023, if you want to get married to anybody, you want to have a relationship with anyone, either business relationship or marriage relationship, that will make you to sit down with that person, talk to the person all the time, live with the person for the rest of your life, or have a long-term relationship with the person, you need to check that person's mental and emotional health. Go to mental health practitioners. Check yourself out. There's a way they are going to check your mental and your emotional health. Yes, psychologists will do that for you. We have to do that this year. Anyone that is getting married, when you are taking the list, when they ask you, oh, bring the list from your parent, put mental checkup there. They must include the results of mental check results. If you don't see it in it, parents don't accept it. Otherwise, because a lot of men out there are sick. Same thing, a lot of women are also sick. I've seen a wife beating the husband to death. And I've also seen a couple of men beating their wives to death. Why? Because they are unable to check their mental health before they get married. Of course, things happen. You get into a situation before you realize this is a mistake. But immediately you realize it's a mistake, run. And that will take me to staying away from trouble. Quit anger. Stop worrying. Try to ignore things. Flee from toxic environment. Run and quit any toxic relationship. Any domestic violence, run away from them. Don't indulge yourself into stressful situation. You don't need it. It doesn't worth it. This year, 2023, all these attitudes, habits, they affect health and take away our peace, probably the soul. Let me tell you something. This trouble we're talking about is a habit for some people. Some people enjoy making trouble. And after the stress, they begin to complain. They complain about headache, body pain, fatigue, and so on. Don't you know there are health problems that you are trying to build up within you? Because those are the symptoms, those are the signs of working yourself up, of making trouble. Yes. You need to stay away from things or people who can cause rapid or difficult breathing or shortness of breath that comes on suddenly in your life. Stress or trouble, either one affects our lungs and heart health. Look, associate and make friends with positive and loving people that lift your bodies, not people who had to eat, not people who impose burden on you. Connect with achievers, successful people, not losers who want you to lose just like them. Take positive people seriously and listen to them when they talk to you. When they speak to you, when they advise, listen to them. If you are in any relationship, you are not speaking out now, and this relationship is toxic, it's a trauma for you. If you don't speak out, no problem. You will speak out when you die. Of course, the whole world will know that you died of this domestic violence. Marriage is not do or die. If it's not working, it's not working. There's nothing you can do. Walk away from it. Isn't it better to be alive than to be forgotten because of a marriage? No, it doesn't worth it. This is where I'm going. Those of you that turn others to ATM, this is what gets us into trouble, and it can lead to health problem. Those of you that have two hands, two legs, your head is there, your brain is there, your two eyes is there, nothing is missing in any part of your body. You need to find yourself a profitable and fulfilling career and keep yourself busy with it. This will take you away from the hospital. How? You will not only be active, but have peace of mind, healthy relationship with friends and family. You will get to have money in your pocket to buy healthy food we are talking about. You will have money to take good care of yourself physically, hygienically, and emotionally. Get yourself a work, school, or do a volunteer service. If a job is not forthcoming, go and learn another skill or do volunteer. Be creative. Create something that showcases your talent. Let me tell you what you don't know. The first job I got in this country, in this United States of America, was through volunteer service. I worked in 3 different hospitals without pay for years. I was going to school, I was nursing my children, and I was doing volunteer service. Everything is not about money. If I decide to sit at home doing nothing, I will not only develop health issues due to sedentary lifestyle. The stay home will cost me. For the first, job I secured through volunteer wouldn't have been given to me sitting down in my house. No, I wouldn't have gotten that job. I'm also a creative person. I started creating, decorating parties, events without being trained by anyone. And that became my first business here in the United States today. You too can do the same. You don't have to live on other people's income. No. Find yourself a job. Find yourself a career. Find yourself something doing that brings money for you. Yes. You are not too old. You are not too young to start. Start now. Now, there is one important thing you want to do away with. And that is going for something small if you don't see a big offer. Many people have lost many opportunities in the course of looking for the position that match their portfolios. If I tell you my story, you will know what this hurt, the hurts we have, is made of. But that is a story of another day. Definitely not today. You can't start from the top. It's not possible. You can't just find yourself on the top. No, you have to start from the bottom and work yourself up. So you accept small offer. They offer you a job that is paying you less of what your salary worth, and you reject it. You now start calling your brother, you're calling your sister, you are inconveniencing all this for money. If they reject theirs, how will you call them today to give you? Because if you don't have job, there's no way you can have money. And if there is no money coming in, there's no way you can have the good food we are talking about. And if there is no good food in your stomach, you will die. Yes. Think this year. If I give you 10,000 naira, it takes you 2 or 3 days to finish it. I'm sure you will not come in the next day to give you another 10,000 naira. Isn't it? So think. It's better you learn how to fish than to be collecting fish from people. Think about it. This thing causes trauma. It causes emotional distress. It causes emotional pain. So people you are asking money from, and even yourself, you won't live up to standard. If anywhere I want to go today, I will go there with confidence. It's not because I have the money. I have the degree that can take me there. Yes. So that is why you need a quality education to get a good career out there. If you don't have education, you need to be creative. You need creativity to invent or create something that will showcase your talent, even better than people that have degrees. Number 4, which is very important, and this is what we do a lot, and that thing hurts us every day. It affects our health. And I'm talking to wealthy people at this time. I'm talking to elites. Because I've counted numbers of death in this year 2022 among this class of people. Do we sit down one day and think about it? That why are this category of people die in our society than poor people? Because what we believe is if you don't have money, you don't have good food, then you die. But why is it people that have the money to buy this good food are dying? You know why? They chase money. They chase position. They chase power, beauty, and influence. And these are stress. Stress ni gbogbo àwọn nǹkan báyìí nínú life wa. They are stressed. Yes, chase less money, chase less position. Stop looking for that power. Do away with beauty. You are not the only one that is beautiful in the whole world. Slow it down. And as for influence, God influence people. That is what you don't know. Bring it down. Don't kill yourself before the time. You see those people that died last year, those politicians, kì í ṣe COVID ló pa wọ́n. It's not COVID. They lied to you. It's not COVID. Stress ló pa wọ́n. Things are going on in their body. They can't do checkup. Why? Because they are busy chasing money, position, power, and influence. So they can't do all this checkup anytime they like. They keep postponing it. I'll do it today. I'll do it tomorrow. By the time they are ready to do it, it is too late. It becomes severe health issues in their bodies. We need to do away with all this. We need to chase less, or don't even chase at all. If you have company, hire people to do more job for you. There are lots of people out there. They are looking for job. Do division of labor. Relax in the house. Take a vacation. And that will take me to number 5 or number 6. You have to take a vacation. Do more travel, tour, and relax than before. And you know what I'm about you. Travel. Travel is part of my hobby. Yes. You see, doing this is as well practicing physical activities. If you take a vacation, if you travel, you take a tour, you relax. You can leave Lagos and relax in Ibadan, or go to Abuja and relax, or go to Dubai, or if you have your money, you can go international. You are doing physical activity. You are practicing physical activity, doing all this. If you don't know, I'm telling you, physical activity shouldn't be exercise only. Yeah, you can also do more house chores yourself. Instead of having your stewards, your house help, or your gardener do the work. Do it yourself. And stop being a big woman, big man, and have everybody in your house do things for you. Do it yourself. Exercise yourself. No, especially women. Mo ní láti bá obìnrin sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ̀yin ìyàwó lọ́wọ́. Because you have house help. You have steward that make the food for you. And so what? Does that mean you should not get that body up and do more exercise? Does that mean you should not do the gardening work? No. Doing that doesn't reduce your status. It doesn't make you look poor to other people. No. I have so many friends. They have the money, yet they're still washing their car by themselves. Yet they're still cutting the grass in their garden. They are still doing the gardening work. It's not because they don't have the money, but they are exercising their body. That's why you see many people dying just for no reason. Little things that you're supposed to take care of on time. Take your life. Because when you sit down, you cannot do this. Some women would sit down, the house girl will do the painting in their toes, their feet. Come on, that irritates me. If you cannot go to the nail salon, do it yourself in the house. Yes, do it yourself. And when you watch TV, limit the time you watch TV. Especially those of you that have big body. And you bees. You need to sit less. At least 1 hour. Get up. 1 hour got to pay you. 1 hour is too much. 30 minutes. Get that butt up. And do more walking.
You don't have to be cooking. You don't have to be. You can be dancing in the house. You can be walking around the house. In fact, Nigeria is a place where it's the best place to live because you have a house that you can walk around the compound and have fun with the families, cut flowers, play with flowers, dogs, and this and that, walk on the street. Nigeria is the best place to do that. The next I'm going to mention before the last is falls. And we don't see this thing as things that is very important. This is an emergency case. Falls account for about 1.8 million emergency room visits and 16,000 deaths annually here in the United States. People who fall, especially older adults, older people, they often experience a cascade of complications. For instance, a bone fracture can lead to extended period of immobility and increases risk for pneumonia, which often requires hospitalization. Yes. So you have to be very careful. Those of you that wear high heel, is something I've done in the past. Now, won't be miracle high heel. Those of you that wear high heels, it is time. There's an age limit for everything. Some say, I'm used to that. I cannot even do without it. Hey, really? We have done it before. Now, we are advising of the danger attached to this. I am telling you, if you fall and you break that heel, that's it. Slow it down. You can wear a sexy shoe. You don't have to be high heel 4, 5, 6, 7. Kilo day. If you come to my house, I have more than 100 high heels right there. If you want to come and do excursion in my house, come. More than 100 high heels, starting from 3.5 and up. I've not even put my feet in some right there in my house. But now I cannot wear it because I know the danger that is attached to this thing. And I don't want to be a victim. So ladies, slow it down. Do more less of high heels to prevent falls. And there's some things we do that can also cause falls, which is going out in the rain, driving in the rain. Especially here in the United States, you don't drive when it is raining. I mean, bad rains. I'm talking about when it rains badly and when it snows badly, that we have snow that is so slippery. Please don't, because those are one of the things that cause falls. And when you fall, a lot of things go wrong. So you want to avoid that. And the last one I'm going to talk about, I know religious people don't want to hear this, but I'm going to talk about it because it's very important. And what is that? It is sex. I've said it. I think I had 2 videos on sex on this show. Yes. Sex. Let me sit right and be able to talk about it. Sex. This is what I'm trying to say in the beginning, that religious beliefs makes many people sick today because of this. People are sex-starved because of religious belief. They want to tell you, oh, if you are married, you don't do it every day. You don't sleep together. Even if you sleep together, you bang each other like this. Okay, gbé pillow sáàrin, why? Ọlọ́run ò fẹ́, ìdọ̀tí ni sex. Sex is dirty thing before God. Where is it written in the Bible? I'm telling you, this is what you don't know. That's your pastor. They make it so annoying that they will tell you that even between the 2 couples, sex is a sin. They tell people that. So who are we to mention those who have not married? What they advised you not to do, they are doing it. And you are there dying. You are there denying your wife and you're denying your husband. Oh, I am fasting today. Oh, no. When I'm fasting, I cannot. I'm not saying you should not fast. When you go on fasting, from morning to 6 o'clock, fasting is over. You break your fast. And anything from 6 to another 12 a.m., anything can happen. So where is it written in the Bible that when you are fasting and after you break your husband should not touch you or your wife should not ask for it? Excuse me? Even the Bible says that when you are fasting or when you are going to work, if your wife asks you to come back inside and knock her, you must go back and knock your wife. Shekos in the Bible. Isn't it in the Bible? Of course, it's there. You better be wise and come of it. You see, there is one hormone called dopamine that makes you feel good and help us feel pleasure after sex. And that means if you don't have sex, you can't have that hormone, dopamine hormone. You can't have it. That is why you see people when they have sex, after sex, they feel good, they relax, they sleep off. If I do, I sleep off. Let me that shit, my son, ara mi máa wálẹ̀ pẹ̀sẹ̀, máa wá sùn lọ. Bá jí báyìí, ó máa bá ẹ̀rín lẹ́nu mi. Yes, you see me smiling after I wake up or after I finished having it. When I finish eating my food, I don't think no sex is a food. It is a food, essential food. Yes, do more of that. Those of you that complain, oh, my back pain, my head, try this. Have sex and tell me what you feel after. I'm giving you an assignment to do. If you have a headache, have sex and tell me what you feel after that. That dopamine hormone, it make you feel good. I'm telling you. I don't think we have enough time to talk about your, okay, you're familiar with, you must take enough rest. You have to sleep, have your, 7 to 8 hours sleep daily. That is the minimum. You want to drink a lot of water. You want to smile all the time, laugh. Don't let anybody walk you up. Don't let them make you crazy. Eat healthy. Dance to music, go to movie, watch. You see me dancing on my WhatsApp status. I'm helping myself, that's one of my health practices. I dance, I talk, I smile, and I make people smile. Yes, you do the same thing. Make yourself happy. Don't let anybody drive you crazy. If you see any crazy people around you, what do? Cut them off. Cut them off. You don't need negative people in your life. Yes. If you need to block them, block them. If you need to delete them, delete. If they are not helping you, they are not adding value to your life, delete, block them. I don't care who they are, your family, your friend, your co-worker, who I don't even want to know the type of relationship you guys have. As long as they are not adding value to your life, they are causing you trauma, they are causing you trouble. All the time, they bring you sad news. Block them, delete them, quit relationship, and move on with your life. It's what I've done. And when I did, it worked for me, and it will work for you. If you don't do that, people will send you to the early grave. I'm telling you. And lastly, you want to eat well. And you know why you want to make healthy eating habits a priority? The reason is very simple. And I've been saying it on this show every time. There's no day I come on this show I don't mention healthy eating habits. And the reason why you want to make that your priority is because malnutrition and dehydration are common in both young and older adults and can result in a gradual declines in mental and physical functioning. So you want to eat well and drink more water regularly. After having or doing all that I said so far, you must eat good. In fact, you don't need anybody to tell you to eat good food. If these things are put in place, all that I've said earlier, you keep a good relationship, you have a good career, a very fulfilling career. Money is coming in. You don't have any problem. You will eat good food. I'm telling you. And you will be drinking juice, water, and all this wine. You also, when it comes to eating good, you also want to do more protein in your diet than other nutrients. Why? Because proteins are micronutrients that every cell in the body needs to function properly. Proteins are needed for cell growth and repair and the formation of antibodies, enzymes, and hormones, followed by minerals such as calcium. They are also needed for the normal growth and development of our cells, as well as breaking down food and absorbing other nutrients. If all this did not happen, did not take place in your body, even if you have money from here to Nigeria, you're not living a healthy life. So you must make sure that the food on your plate is balanced and healthy. You want to go by measurement. You want to control your plate. You want to make sure that everything you need, all the nutrients that you need, carbohydrate, protein, vitamins, minerals, fiber, carbohydrate, fat, you need them. Incorporate them in your plate. Yes, you need to incorporate. All these nutrients can be found in the food you eat daily. It's a matter of knowing which food gives you all these nutrients. Yes, if you don't know the food that can give you all these nutrients, don't eat, be drinking water. Yes. Please, people, this is where I'm going to stop. It feels like I should continue, but we have to go. And we'll continue next week. I'll come here next week and tell you those important body organs you want to guide jealously. You want to protect. 6 human organs you must protect this year, 2023. I'll tell you next week. Join me here next week. I'm Dr. Betty, aka Bufa. Thank you so much for joining us today. And I wish you prosperous New Year. Good night.